We are on time, you guys. Look at us.
You know why? It's because Lisa did her makeup at like 9:30 my time instead of at like 9:45. Or finished. I should say finished by 9:30 instead of 9:45. Usually I'm sending Danny a panicked glide, like at the very last minute while I'm rapidly applying.
Makeup. Yes. We got it. We got it done this morning.
We're here.
Prepped and prepared. Because, I mean, welcome to Glitter and Gators, you guys. We should probably introduce. My name is Danny. This is Lisa. Over there. This is Lisa. Hi. And we have all of our stuff linked down below.
Yeah. We are professionals.
We are professionals. Ha ha.
We're ready to go.
Oh my gosh. So we're doing a tag today, you guys. This is going to be super fun. Hashtag show me your decks. Love this. Because these were some interesting questions. I like ones that make me kind of like, Mm-hmm. I like these kind of out of the box or on the box questions.
Yeah. On the box. Yeah, some of them were so random. It's super fun, actually.
Yeah, and the link to it's Feeding Your Soul 1212, correct?
Yeah, Feeding My Soul 1212. That should be linked down below. And
yeah,
I just realized I have to pull up the prompts because otherwise I will get totally lost. So I'm pulling that up. Oh
God, yeah. I have them. We'll put them up as we go. That way you guys can follow along. But they are going to be down in the bottom. But yeah, we're going to pop it up. That way we can keep on track.
Oh, you're here. Hello. Welcome.
Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Me too.
Yeah, Lisa found this this video and we've been talking about it and we were really excited.
I was like, we have to do this one. It's so fun. Plus, I hadn't done a tag in a hot minute.
I know.
And this was such a fun one. So thank you for creating it. It was gonna
absolutely be so great. So yeah, everything will be linked down below. And all
that because we're lazy and that's not happening, probably.
Yeah, no. I didn't write down anything. I literally just pulled mine. I'm like, I didn't write down anything. Oh, so if you're interested in one, just ask.
Just ask. But I feel like this tag is well suited for like just not overthinking and just grabbing the first thing you think of. That feels like the vibe. So that's how I did it. That's how Danny did it.
That's how I did it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we'll just dive right in, you guys. Like I said, I'm so prepared today. I'm so proud of myself. Boom. Look at this.
Us go. You are so prepped. I'm so proud. I'm never this prepared. Not ever.
Ask me when I got this prepared. 10 minutes ago.
I was just gonna say, but hey, it still counts. It still counts.
It does count.
Did
it does count. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with the first prompt. So a deck you want to use, but for whatever reason hasn't seen any playtime on your desk. So you go first, Lisa. What's that? What's that deck?
This is a best intention sort of situation, and it's a timing thing. But it is the Wild Way Oracle by Nicola Allen. This is the sweetest thing. But listen, I have an excuse because when I first got this deck, there was no guidebook, which is fine. There's like keyword cards. But I was like, but then I found out they were working on a book, like a really nice book for this deck. And this is an oracle based on the decans. So each one has the decan listed and then the title of the decan. So like Aries 1, Aries 2, and each one has a theme. So I liked this because I thought it was a really simple, like it's like an easy way to do a deck and walk. And I'm like, I'm going to do a deck and walk with this deck.
Can I just say that the art doesn't match the box at all?
That's ironic. I happen to be holding up the card that's on the box. But no, I know what you mean. The box has more of that, like a lot of the gold filigree, and you think it's going to be more.
Well, I couldn't tell that they were raccoons or badgers or whatever on the box. I couldn't tell. They looked like cloak figures, so I was like really thrown off. Okay.
So here's the thing with this. It's super cute. This is by the creators of the Fauna Bell. There's the backs. It's the creators of the Fauna Bell Tarot, which I had and I loved the majors, but the minors didn't do it for me, so I didn't end up keeping that deck. So when they came out with this, I was like, yes, a deck and walk deck. And then, like, I think it's got to be like almost a year and a half, maybe. I feel like it took a long time, but they put out this really big, beautiful book with it, and it came out just in time to do a deck and walk this year. But I still haven't started my deck and walk. So maybe next year. Because I feel like
I always say I've tried before And
but this, oh my God, Danny, if like this is so packed full of all the information you need to do a deck and walk. It's got a comparison to RWS. It's got like all the stuff you need. So like if you want like a single resource way to do a deck and walk, I feel like this is the way, at least for me, especially with my aesthetic. But I haven't used it yet. And because that's the way I want to use it, it's gotten no playtime.
Have you read any of the book yet? Like, how is the book written? Like,
oh my God, it's so, yeah, I have started to read it a little bit. It's got like intros to the signs that are really, it's really approachable. It's not written in this like esoteric, it's very like everyday, like casual tone, I should say. More
casual tone, okay.
Yeah, it's not got this very like Gemini Magpie's feeling overwhelmed with so many options available. His mind is worrying and he can't make a decision. It's almost got a flavor of like children's book style to the
That's what I was wondering. I was like, is it written, like, how is it written? Is it like really, really, I guess I would say dumbed down, or is it more esoteric? Is it in the middle somewhere? Like, where is it?
This is like the most approachable Deccan resource I have encountered. It is very well put together. The book is really well laid out with little like call out bubbles. Like I said, like here's like the cardinal signs. It talks about cardinal, fixed, and mutable. If you want like something between like, I don't mean this in a condescending way, but in like a legitimately, this is what works for me way, like something between like a children's book and an adult book on the Deccans that like will not talk over your head. Like this is gonna be the one. I feel so excited about this. It was a timing thing. So I think hopefully next year when it starts, I will actually do it. But I have zero regrets about owning it. I'm so excited to have them. I just want to work with them all together.
Can you use the book without the deck? Like,
sure.
Are they bought separately like that? Yeah.
Yeah. You could totally just get the book. You don't need the cards.
That's interesting.
Absolutely. It's really, I mean, this is so well produced. It was worth the wait, but this did take a while. So now that it's here and I have it, I'm like, I need to work with it, but I haven't yet. So I will though.
I have one that I tend to always skip over, and I think I know why, but it's so adorable. And that is this little skeleton tarot.
Oh, that is a cute deck.
I love it. I never use it. I think it's because of the cardstock, though, if I'm being honest. So this
what kind of cardstock is it?
It's very cardboardish.
Oh.
And look at the bend I have in this thing. And it's quite thick. It just doesn't feel all that good in the hand, I think.
Yeah,
but look at
so cute. That deck would be so adorable in linen too, but I think everything.
Oh my God.
Linen.
Like it's like real sketchy.
Oh, it's got a little more color than I thought it had. It's
got the underlying blue or red pencil marks.
Yeah.
So you can see the blue. So yeah, you can see where it was kind of sketched out, which this is why I love this art, because you can like see the bottom sketch. I love it. And it's super, super fun. But I just don't, it just doesn't get any use. And like because I've had this for years. Every time spooky season comes along, I'm like, I'm going to use that. I don't.
But then
I don't.
Yep.
It's just so adorable. And like, I don't want to get rid of it. I really like it. I don't know.
I know how it is though. With the aesthetic experience, if like the shuffle isn't good or it doesn't feel good in their hand, it can be the best deck ever and it will not get playtime. There is a few exceptions. When I am obsessed with a deck, it can have the shittiest cardstock and I'll be completely fine. But I have to be like really obsessed to be able to get past the physical experience, and it doesn't happen very often, I'll admit. Yeah.
Same. Yeah. And like, this is one that like, I'm like, it's everything else I want. It's everything I want. But that cardstock, I think, is what stops me every time. Because like I even look at the bag and I'm like, oh, look how thick it's in there. Like it's
Look how thick it's in there. Why does that sound so inappropriate coming out of your mouth? I don't know why.
I'm sorry, I just have that kind of way about me. But yeah, I don't know. It just I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
I don't know. My brain. I'm punchy. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh my god. I'll recover. It's fine.
Oh my god. Well, right before we started, somebody was like, I read that hashtag wrong. I was like, they're gonna show us their what? I'm like, oh yeah, this is how it's going today. This is how it's going today.
Well, I mean, it doesn't take, it's one single vowel, yo.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It could have got real wild up in here.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay. What's her next one?
So, are we ready for number 2?
Yes. I want to know, okay, you actually have a shelf. I'm going to tell how I did it, but so did you, what shelf did you pick? Like, how did you decide?
I went down here.
Yeah.
And I opened it up and I went to the very back shelf.
And then
I went to the right and then I got 12. And then I got this deck. So how did you do yours?
Okay, so mine are hanging on the wall, as y'all know. So what I did is I was like, okay, most of my tarot is on this wall over here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is like the bulk, right? So what I decided to do is go to the farthest one on the bottom right, which is like the end, I guess. The way you would read a book, I guess.
Right.
So then I counted back 12 from that.
Okay. And what did you get?
How do I do? Okay. Ironically,
I love that.
My singular naughty deck. Well, actually I've got 2 now, but this is the singular one that's hanging on my wall. But don't worry, I'm not going to show anything bad. Danny's like, oh God, YouTube is not going to like this.
No.
It's in this adorable little bag.
Oh my God.
Which is so cute. This is actually the erotic tarot something. I forget, there's a subtitle to that. But it's very, very pippish, but it's actually really great. And where there are people, it's very inclusive and diverse in a way that I think, like, here they're playing spin the bottle. I can show that. There's a lot I can't show. Like this one I can show brief. Yeah, no, maybe not. Maybe not. But there's like candles for the fire. And what's great is that the guidebook actually does speak to naughty times, which is nice.
Ooh.
So it's not just the aesthetic of the deck. It's feathers for the air suit. That shell I can't show for sure. But then you have like really great people cards.
Oh, those are great. I remember seeing really this one on your channel. I want to say right when you got it.
Yeah. And it's remained the one that I think is just great if you want to do like a sexy times reading. I feel like this one for me has been really great. But yeah, there's most of these cards I can't show. This I can show. But like, you see what I mean? There's like just a great diversity of characters and people. So it feels like it's like the real world. It doesn't feel like it's a snapshot from like a Cosmo magazine or something.
Right.
Which is really great if you want to do readings and you want to sort of like have a chance to see your relationship dynamic in here. It's much more likely in a deck like this. And it's mass market and very inexpensive. And like I said, the guidebook is great. But yeah, love it. I just don't show it on the channel much because it's naughty.
Yeah.
It is really fun art. Yeah,
it's just fun. It's poppy. I really like it. So mine, when I went down there, of course, it's all my dark decks that are all in the back. But the one that came up was Circle of Doors Tarot.
This one is so beloved by those who own it, and I wanted to love it, but I'm not that cool.
You're not that girl?
I can't. I want to.
It's
so cool. But
love this. It reminds me, I had some art in my room when I was a teenager, and I used to, oh my God, I'm going to have to look it up. I feel like I've talked about it before, but maybe not. I can't remember the guy's name, but I had this huge poster, and it was black and white, and it was done in this similar like morphing style, but it was this old home with like the big columns that kind of faded into an oak tree. And it was like one of my favorite images. So I think that's why I get along with this so well, because it gives me those vibes. It's very like 90s nostalgic to me. Because of the way that all the things are blended. And the card stock is so good for being such a huge deck.
Stop.
The card stock is so good. It's so
If anything's
good.
gonna suck me in, it's gonna be freaking card stock. But it is really, really, really cool.
Like, I love the layers of images, because we have like this key, and then we have candles, and then we have her, and there's the background.
Yeah.
Like, you're almost seeing straight through her, almost like she would be made of mirrors. I just, it's so cool.
There's a lot of really cool layering in here.
It's so good. And they have keywords on these. So like the Four of Shells, security.
Yeah.
And it has that gold. And then the gold on the back. I love the backs. But they're huge. But this is a linen cardstock. And so they bend.
It's linen?
It's linen cardstock. I'm telling you, I love this deck. I love this deck.
I heard from that creator even, and I was like, I don't think it's my style, unfortunately. But it looks, like I said, everybody I know that has it or that I've seen talk about it is literally, it is their beloved. And I want to be that person. I just don't think, I don't know. Plus, honestly, black and white just never, I don't reach for it. I want to.
I know. And like, this was another one that I thought would be really cool next to the Cave of Sybil, although it might get a little, I'm still talking about this deck.
Yeah, that's okay. No, it would be. It would be cool next to Cave of Sybil. Have you put them together yet?
I don't know if I've put these two together. I don't know why I'm just thinking of it. I might have used it with something similar.
Because they both have kind of that like grittiness to them.
I know. I wonder if it would be too much. Like when we put together like the ritual and that, it was just like too much. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
All right.
But it just got my wheels turning. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh, there's so many comments. I missed so much, you guys. I don't know if there's anything.
Right, Priscilla. I know I'm thinking about it, but I'm like, no, because I wouldn't use it. Oh, the skeleton deck. What's that called, Danny?
The Skeleton Tarot.
Oh, well, that's easy. There you go.
Mm-hmm. I want to say it's what it's like, the Skeleton Tarot. It's on Etsy.
Yeah. Beauty. Okay.
So next, I'm trying to do it as I go so I can remember where we are. Okay, yeah. Okay, so a deck you're thinking about rehoming.
I'm always thinking about rehoming something, but this is a deck that I pulled because I'm always thinking about rehoming it, but I never actually do. And it is the Vampire Tarot by Robert M. Place.
Yeah.
This is one of those things that I probably will never part with. I talk about it. I think about it because it's something that I don't feel like I would ever like use with regularity. But I literally read Bram Stoker's Dracula and like read this full guidebook and really studied it. It's in like a crappy bag though. But this is just, if you know Bram Stoker's Dracula or you've read it, it's pretty incredible. And it still has its sharp, bitey corners. Oh, it is such a mood. I don't know why I don't read with it. I think because it just feels like it's so specific to that world that I feel like I'm taking a tour through the novel. I don't necessarily feel... I don't know. It's hard to describe. For this one, for some reason, maybe it's just because I haven't worked with it enough. But
maybe
also,
I don't know. It's got some really great images. Like, even like, I don't know a lot about, like, that's one, as much as I love vampires, I've tried probably 3 times to read Dracula, and I just haven't done it. And so I don't know enough about it to, you know, kind of hinder me in that way.
But I have to tell you, the guidebook for this deck is an incredible read. Obviously, Robert M. Place's knowledge is on point, but Bram Stoker ran in the same circles as Pamela Coleman Smith and Arthur Edward Waite and Aleister Crowley and all those guys.
And all those guys, yeah.
It was
all that Golden Dawn stuff.
It's really fascinating to read about them. But yeah, as you can see, it is fairly pippish through the minors. But it is There's Pamela's car. She's the Queen of Cups. And then the King of Cups. But yeah, it's out of print. So this is the thing. I don't, if I were to ever rehome it, it's not like I could get it back. Yeah. And so I think that's why I don't. But it just sits being and it's okay. I've told myself it's completely okay to just collect something and to appreciate it and to like look at it and enjoy it, and not like use it. But it's very rare that I keep a deck in that category where I'm not using it. So I just have funny feelings about it. Oh, and the backs are so cool. If I didn't show you.
Oh, I love the backs of those. Those are really cool.
It's such a vibe. It's such a vibe. And like it is a chunker. Like the book is like I said, I've read the entire thing cover to cover, and it's really
I remember when you were going through it, because I remember when you got your Dracula book, like your new book, and you were reading everything. Like I remember when you were going through all that, and I was like tempted. My brother had listened to it, and like he was having trouble too. I was like, dude, I've tried it like 3 times. I don't know. Good luck.
But when you tried to read it, I feel like we've talked about this, but when you tried to read it, was it in physical format?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say it needs to be physical because it's got a bit of an immersive vibe, but it is a very slow start. I do think once you get it, it's just a slow start. I think once you get into it, the story really is quite good, but it does take some time to get into. It's not a book I would go back to again and again because it's not my reading style, but
yeah, I think that's what it is. It's very chunked. And when I get into a book that feels like a big chunker and like it's kind of a rough start to get going, I always go back to when I decided that I was going to read The Grapes of Wrath in high school. And it was the worst experience to go through in my entire life. And I know that was the point of the book, but it stuck with me so much. I'm like, I hated every fucking moment of it. I hated every moment of it. And so when I get into something like this and I'm like, I know it's a classic. I know I need to read it. And it's a clunker. I'm like, I'm going to hate every minute of this. And so I'm like, nah.
No, don't do that to yourself. Rosemary asked if the book is specific to the deck itself. It is. Or could it be read as a general book on tarot and vampire mythologies? I don't think it's very specific to tarot and, well, I'm trying to remember. There might be some general vampire mythologies, but it goes in pretty specifically on Bram Stoker and like his history in the, like, I think occult world, but it also, and like who he's connected to. There's some really cool, interesting overlapping layers when you know to look for it. But I would say it's fascinating from a tarot history standpoint. I would say more so than a vampire history standpoint. There is some of that in there, but it's very specific to Bram Stoker's Dracula. And I believe, if I remember correctly, that even through the book, he does really summarize sections of the book as he applies them to the cards. If I remember, it's been a while since I read it. My memory is trash, but I just remember really enjoying the book a lot.
Sorry, I was trying to catch up.
You get caught up. You're all good.
Yeah. So I was kind of glancing. Okay. I think that's good. Yeah. But I see what you mean. Like, I think I would have pause in rehoming.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause it's like, you can't take that decision back. So it'll probably be quite a long time if I do ever let it go.
So this one for me is just, it's kind of basic, but I pull it down and then I put it back in my purgatory shelf and then I put it down and then I put it for my used decks, I bought this a long time ago and it is a regular RWS. It's literally an RWS, but a different color.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is.
I've seen those.
But I've been back and forth and I'm like, it's one of those things, like, I don't have many altered. I literally have my Centennial and my yellow RWS. So this one they're big. They're really easy to shuffle. And they're like gold and like navy blue.
Yeah.
And they're real pretty, like aesthetically.
Yeah.
But I don't really have or keep a lot of RWS, like different style. Like,
yeah,
I don't even like they make I swear, there's everything. There's pastels now, and bright colors, and psychedelic, and then there's Christmas, and then there's what, like, and it's just the RWS with a different coloration. Like, I don't have that.
I know.
I have what I have, you know?
Yeah.
And so when I saw this one, I was like, oh, but it's really cool. And I really like the colors. And I have gone back and forth and put this one back and forth so many times. But I really do think, I'm like, I really don't need it. I really don't.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't. It is just RWS, man. It is. Like,
it's pretty though.
It's pretty, but they're really big. Like, you can set out 3 cards, period.
Yeah.
You can't stack one on top of the other. They're not useful.
No.
But I just keep putting it
because
back
it's a magpie thing. It's a magpie thing. I understand. Like, I have that giant Buffy. There's nothing practical about that deck. It is humongous.
I have 2.
But it's so fun.
I'm lying. I have 1, 2. I'd count that 3, 4. I have like 4 ginormous decks.
I love that for you. Because they're big. And there's something fun about that.
They're beautiful. Like, I want to look at them. But
yeah.
I'm not going to look at I can't use them. They're so big. And that's one of those things where, like, it's a magpie thing. Just like this one. It's huge. I have bigger. I have the big. Okay.
I have bigger.
I do have bigger, but this is like strictly RWS big, whatever. Yeah. I don't need this. I don't even really want it, Lisa.
Do you want me to tell you to get rid of it? Put that shit in your rehome bin right now. Just put it in your rehome bin.
Just let it go.
You can get one of those again any day. It's easy to change your mind later. Just get
it's not even good quality. I could get whatever colors I wanted. Like, I don't know why. Just
ditch it. Just do it.
Adios, amigo. Jeez. I just don't. I don't know what it is.
I understand.
I know this chat is really getting wild. Like, I have bigger. I mean, I always have bigger.
We're in fine form.
We are in great shape right now.
Yes.
Just don't tell the YouTube bots, because they're gonna come and get us.
Because they'll get mad.
They will always get mad at us. Okay.
This is a hilarious prompt.
This is when I read this, I was like,
what is Lisa gonna do?
But you do put your decks that are in the box in the box in the box.
In the spirit of the question, because I do have so many in bags, and most of them are in their box in their bag, but there are some that aren't. I wanted to think of something that, like, has never, will never, would have never been in a box, no matter what my storage solution was. And it is my soul cards, who have a very special custom made wrap. But number one, it was 2 decks combined. So even if I was the type to store my stuff in boxes, they would have never been in a box. And also it's super special. So it needs a super special wrapping. Like, I have wrapped this deck in silk back in the old days, you know, when that was all any of us did.
That was the thing.
Nowadays, if you get the soul cards 1 and 2, one is blue and one is like maroon. I'm so glad that I have the blues, because I love the blues. But anyways, this is my beloved. And those of you who've heard me talk about it before understand this has seen everything and everyone and knows everybody's secrets. It's incredible. But I love this deck. It's super special to me, and it will always be handled with reverence for me, because it's just been so special. But so I figured, like, in the spirit of the question, this was the best one to show. Soul Cards 1 and 2, if you're curious, by Deborah Kof Chapin. I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly. There's no keywords, there's no guidebook, there's nothing. It's incredible though. Really, really wonderful for stretching yourself intuitively if you want to do that. But it's really incredible. Love it. Nothing like it.
Mine, I mean, I make bags, so I was like, well, there's a few of them, but there's one that, like, I wanted something a little more special. My box just wasn't it, right? Like, it just wasn't it. It didn't quite stay closed or whatever. And that's the Blood Moon Tarot. Oh. And so I even, like, made a bag where I printed the image on it.
I love that.
So that I could, like, have it special. because this is the deck. I like to say this is the sumptuous. Like it's one of the most sumptuous.
Yeah.
Because it has all this drip. I know you don't like honey. You don't like sticky. You don't like any of that stuff. So and I'm like, oh, okay. It's like dripping with honey. Yes.
This is a really beautiful deck.
This is a really beautiful deck. And for me, most of the time, unless if it's a big box, I don't store it. And I usually don't store it in the big ones because I have a limited space where I put like big shelf book boxes, whatever. So I don't keep a whole bunch of them in there. And it's even worse when you have a box that won't quite stay together. And like when that's the case, I'm like, I'm not fighting. I'm never gonna fight with a box. Like I will toss it. Well, it's like up on my shelf, but like some of them I have tossed. I have tossed boxes before.
I have too.
Because I was just like,
no, this box is trash. It's going
trash. I've had stuff straight fall apart. So, is this going mass market? I think.
Priscilla just said U.S. Games. Yeah, Priscilla said, I'm so excited that Blood Moon Tarot is coming mass market with U.S. Games.
Okay, I thought so. I had heard about it because they were going to do a reprint, or they were talking about it. And then I had heard something about it back in the Gap about mass market. So it is. So good. This was coming to mass market. Now, I love this deck. And also, I wish they would change the water suit because I don't like the water suit. But I love everything else about this deck. Just not that suit.
Just not the water suit. Mm-mm. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Was it just not very watery?
It's the songs. And it's all like seashells. But everything else is in this like deep earth tones and
like murky.
Everything is murky, and then it's like pink and blue,
out of place. That's one of those decks that like I really wanted to back on Kickstarter because just based on the single card it showed, which was, if I remember, the Fool card. It was incredible, but I was glad that I hadn't because so much shifted in the style throughout the deck that I was like, oh, it's not what I kind of pictured in my head it was going to be. It took on, to me, less of that epic vibe that first sampler card. It was one of the decks actually that taught me that I do want to see all the cards or most of the cards before I back on Kickstarter, because sometimes throughout the creation process something shifts its style, shifts its mood. So yeah, totally.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see if it changes at all with mass market, because sometimes they do change a bit.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it might have better card stock.
Oh, is the card stock not good?
Card stock's not that great.
Yikes.
And I've done a full thing. I have the big book. This one was gifted to me, so I didn't really follow the Kickstarter because this one was gifted to me. But I read all the book. The book was great.
Yeah, I never studied it. You did like a deep dive.
I did like a deep dive on this one. So I have a really good appreciation for the deck, but I can solidly say that song suit should have been sorry, but it should be thrown in the trash.
Wow, yeah.
Compared to everything else, like I get it, but like it should have been thrown in the trash. It does not fit at all to me. It just doesn't.
Wow.
But I love the deck, so I'm keeping it because I like everything else. And look, y'all. Okay, so I have a pool party to go to. Yeah. And I'm like, we're gonna keep it on time. And then my ass is the one that's chit chatty all morning.
We gotta get Danny to the pool.
I want to go to the pool. I was telling Lisa, I was like, I didn't even realize that it was Memorial Day weekend. I kept thinking it was next weekend. Like, I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
You can't trust me to know it. I'm in freaking Canada.
No, you're in Canada. You can't even help me.
I know. Okay. A deck with more or less.
A deck with more or less than 78. Yeah.
I got this. I don't know why I'm showing the bag like y'all are gonna know what's in it. I know what's in it. It is the Spacious Tarot. Now, technically, this is because there was an expansion done, and the expansion cards make it. Do you remember when we were talking about the Alcento Tarot and how I was talking about this? It makes it into, I think it's a Minchiati. So there is virtues, or their version of virtues.
Right.
There's like offering, curiosity, And then there's the signs, the 12 astrological signs. So Leo, Virgo, water for the elements are in here.
I love the art, but it does nothing for me. The deck does nothing for me.
And it's funny because when I saw it online, I was like, nah. But I actually really I have the expansion currently out of the deck, but I usually have it mixed in and I really enjoy reading with it. I feel like there's enough here that even like the constellation cards, like Gemini, like I feel like I get the vibe of this. I feel like they did a really good job of capturing the astrological energy. But the deck itself, the core deck obviously has 78 cards, but with the expansion, it turns it into that like Minchiati style. There is something so clear about this deck. I think I actually reach for this more than the Fountain Tarot when I want that clean, crisp, clear. I think I do these days. Yeah, I think I do these days. But it has a very similar energy. In fact, to the point where I regularly accidentally call this the Fountain Tarot. Like I forget its name and start calling it the Fountain Tarot because it feels like that to me. It's got that just cut right through. Like the way that a pip deck can speak so crisp and clear to a situation without a lot of like emotional stuff. This does the same thing because it's nice and open. There's no people. So it doesn't feel like an animal deck, even though animals show up in it. It feels just open. It feels spacious. It feels expansive. So I think it's pretty special. And I would have never bought the expansion pack on my own. This was actually sent to me by the creators. But I'm so freaking glad I have it because when these are shuffled in, they definitely add something to your readings. And I've never struggled to be like, what does this mean in this context? Like it always feels like it works. And so often things like that don't, but this one does. And it's just really, really good. And I love it. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So when I thought about it, I'm like, oh, I could easily just grab the Terra Volatile because duh. Yeah. But I thought that would be too easy. And I was like,
I love that you challenged yourself.
I did. I was like, what's kind of outside the box of this? Like, would really maybe change the structure of tarot? And I was like, oh, duh. The one that catfished me.
Ian. Hello, Ian. Hi, Ian. He says, I demand to hear hi, Ian.
I didn't see you, Ian. Hi.
We're so happy to see you.
Welcome. So yeah, this tarot catfished me, and it does not have the regular
structure
setup of the tarot. Okay. No. So this has less cards, I believe. I could be lying, but I think
it's less. I think I remember it being less.
It's less. It's got to be less.
Because it's got like weird small.
Yeah, it's got really cool things. Hold on. We're gonna find out.
I think this is perfect for the spirit of the question for sure.
I think so too. So regardless, so we have the world. Yeah. We have that, and then we have tell me the minor. Okay. Yeah, because we have berries, birds, skates, swords, vessels, barrel, books, and coins. Like we have a whole plethora.
Did you say skates?
Yes.
Or did you mean steaks?
Skates.
Why are there skates?
Hold, please.
Okay, are they actual skates? Because I'm picturing I don't understand.
So we have our major arcana.
Wait, what is a skate?
A skate. A skate. Oh, wait. A skate. An ice skate.
Oh, I'm in Canada. I shouldn't have got that wrong. I was picturing roller skates. I'm like, do they even have roller skates?
A bird.
This is so freaking weird. I don't.
Arrow boy.
Nope. Just nope.
So there's our 3, the Virgin Mother.
Yeah.
Our Ace of Berries.
Why? I don't understand.
Because it's Hieronymus Bosch.
No, I don't care. Hieronymus Bosch is weird.
We have the Ignorance. It's so good though, man.
It's so weird.
See, look, here's our skates. The Prince of Skates.
Why is there a naked man on skates? I don't.
Oh, you couldn't see nothing. It says indecision, too many options, balanced pleasure. So we also have keywords on here. See, look,
that's good. You better put keywords on there. You're gonna mess with the system like that. No, I have y'all. I am an art heathen. I have unless I have to like it. I don't care if you're famous. I don't care if you've been in museums. I don't care if you're weird. You're weird.
It's so weird. It's
such a you deck. It is such a you deck though.
Like, but I
say that because you're weird, and I love your weird.
I know this. You could probably grab any one of these and put them up on my wall, and everybody would think it belonged there because it's all the shit that I have on my wall. So, like,
1,000%. Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah. It's so you. Yeah.
Like the bird. So this is like totally not tarot-ish. I want to say there's I want to say there was like 50 something in here, or maybe there's I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what
keep
it is.
Danny weird. I know this is our goal on the internet is always keep Danny weird. I would be so sad if she wasn't. Yeah, with the keywords, it actually does make it a usable deck. It
really does, and I've actually used this way more than I thought. When I first opened it, I was like, "God, dog it! I did it again.
This is the one. This is the one."
And then I fell in love with it. I started using it, and I love it. I really do.
Yeah. I love it so much for you, but not for me.
Yeah. But I can't tell you how many cards are in it because it doesn't say anything anywhere. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know it's not the same because we have like aces and then court cards for everything. So it's like a weird. So it's
so strange. Yeah.
Danny's weird is so grounding for me.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
Same.
I'm so glad.
She's my earth bestie. You're my earth bestie.
Oh my
god. Okay. Next prompt is a deck with a cloud on the box.
So this is simple. So what did you pick?
So I would like to point out that I was at a severe disadvantage for this particular prompt because my shit is in bags. So I'm like, do I pick something with a cloud on the bag? What do I do? But thankfully, I made one.
Oh my god, I don't know why that didn't even pop into my head. You know how long I thought about this? I'm like, what would have a cloud on there?
I legitimately was like, I am not going to sit here and open up all these bags to try to remember which box has a cloud on the back. And as I was trying to think of how I was going to handle this prompt, my eyes just scanned to my shelf because these obviously don't live in bags because they're always out and they're always in use, whatever. So like, it's just sitting there next to my UJT and whatever. And I was like, wait!
Sassy
Dragons has clouds, and not only does it have clouds on the box, but it has clouds on the backs of the cards. Like
perfection.
It made me so happy because I'm like, I for sure was like racking my. I was sitting at work actually trying to think of what I was going to pick for all these prompts, and I'm like, I'm just gonna have to wait till I get home because stuff like this, I could not think of it. Nothing was popping into my head, and I'm like, so I'm gonna have to go home and like try to like look at my walls and try to think of something, and then my eyes scanned, and I was like. Sassy Dragons. Y'all know Sassy Dragons. I'm not going to sit here and show them all to you, but it's amazing.
And you know, I have all my all the decks that I've done in my collection so far in a box, so I couldn't really see any of those to begin with.
Yeah.
Normally, Sassy Dragons is right here on the side, but I'm trying to keep myself separated so I know what I've done and what I haven't done.
That's smart,
which is a mess, and I hate it. So I'm going to have to do this deck collection video like ASAP because I'm losing my bullshit. But I'm like looking around this morning. I'm like, what has clouds? I'm like, maybe this. And I'm like, oh, I know what has clouds.
Yeah.
The Somnia Tarot.
Good pick. Oh, that's a good choice.
Yeah. It's so moody. It's such a vibe. And I was like, wait. I'm like 99% sure that it's on there. And it totally was. So that is my choice for this one. I love this deck so much. I still love this deck. I have both of them, this one and the illustrated, and I love them. You don't have either.
It made me sad actually because I was following the art and the creation of this deck for a very long time before it came out, and I snapped it up with a quickness, and I was so excited for it. I thought it was so innovative and so cool, and then I got it in hand, and I hated the experience of reading with it. And I wasn't claustrophobic. I didn't have any issue with the art. I thought the art was cool as hell. I had no explainable reason, but I hated reading with it. It was not speaking to me at all. And I was mad about it because, like I said, I followed that artist for a long time before the art came out, before the deck came out. I knew it was coming. It was one of those that I'd seen on Instagram or something, and I just followed and followed. And then I was so excited, and then I got it in hand, and I was like, it may as well have been 78 blank cards. I got nothing.
I love the energy of it. I do find myself, though, I often go towards the illustrated version more now than I do the regular one, but the regular one, nothing beats the experience of flipping through that deck. And like, for me, that art is
so visceral. It's so good. And there's really a lot of thought given to the tarot meanings and how each photo was done and staged. And I have so much respect for it, but I could not do it.
His big book was great. The book that comes with the illustrated version is basically the same, I believe.
Yeah.
So good. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. That one was that's one of the, I told you, these are such cool questions. I'm just like, oh man, I didn't think about that.
I know.
Okay. A deck you've never shown on your channel. I was hard pressed.
I was too. Okay. So there's a couple that I haven't shown that I won't show because of reasons. Like there's ones that I won't show because I don't want to give them a platform. So those are going to be rehomed, and that is what it is. I thought about showing them, and I'm like, the whole reason I haven't shown them is because I don't want to give them a platform. So I'm not going to give them a platform now. And I don't talk about them because here's the thing, y'all, that Danny and I talked about this before, but even if we bring on a deck to talk about how it's problematic, we are still advertising that deck. We are still increasing visibility of that deck. So for me, my decision is if I have an ethical issue with the deck, it does not get shown, good or bad or otherwise. So just so you know where my stance is on that, it's not because I'm protecting anything. It's quite the opposite. It's just I'm aware that will then drive sales, even though I don't want it to.
So because everybody has a thing that they like. It doesn't matter. But it's just like if it's not for me, I'm usually not gonna,
So I may have shown this one briefly, but this is a nostalgia deck for me. It's a one that I collected to have because I rehomed it back. Like I used to have I used to have a mini collection of decks back when nobody collected decks. I swear. I had like 20 decks, which was considered quite obscene at the time. And so when I had a bit of a gap where I wasn't using tarot super often, I decided to strip it down to like just a couple because I just wasn't using tarot super regularly at that time. And so I've over the years wanted to get back some of those decks I rehomed back then. One of them, by the way, is called the Whimsical Tarot. If y'all ever get a lead on that, like that's not insane, let me know. But it's like a little fairy tale deck. It's super cute. It's got like Puss in Boots and like it's really sweet. But I had a copy back in the day and I rehomed it. And that's one that I would love to have back in like my collection. But anyway, I'm babbling. This one is one of the first decks that I ever had. It's called The Witch's Tarot by Ellen Cannon Reed and Martin Cannon. And I saw this on, I think, a trade table or at a thrift store or something. I think it was on a trade table. This is out of print. It is actually based on a different take on the Kabbalah that I guess I'll call like I think they call it like the Witch's Kabbalah or something. It's like a very different thing. But like the art is, you're going to know. It's like, it's this is like, you'll recognize. Oh, sorry. I should have done the thing.
Lisa!
I'm so sorry. We're trying to be so careful. It was quick, so hopefully it won't snag anything.
Yeah.
I'll do it the right way then, because I got old habits die hard, y'all. But look at the back.
I know. Oh yeah, so they're okay. Yeah.
But what happens is that there's these like spheres that actually show up on the cards. Let's see if I can find. I mean, and this art style is so like you'll know it from like the 90s. I'm so sorry, y'all. Yeah. So okay. So see how you see these like spheres? So these are, you can map them over like the Sephiroth, I think. But I don't know if they've like here.
So did they follow did they follow the colors?
Yeah. So like see how there's like the bottom half of a sphere here. And so I think it's showing us the path it's on the Kabbalah, I think, if I remember right. But this was just one of those decks I got back in the day because it was like witchy as hell to look at. And like, oh my God, this card. I hate this card with a passion, but like it's so cheesy. What is this even? Oh yeah, the 8 of Pentacles. Look how cheesy this is. He's weightlifting books and like,
oh my God, that's kind of like the ones that the Los Scarabeo ones. Like I have the Olympus Tarot. That matter of fact, that one. My Dura Tarot that I managed to get off of eBay is old school, but like it's got random wild stuff like that. Okay. Like very like graphic novel artists that used to do the tarot and made it all
very carefully show this, but this is one of my very favorite strength cards ever, though. It's like,
wow.
she's obviously nude, but so I covered up all the bits, but like it's really beautiful. But most of these are like, they're just kind of weird. They're just
Yeah.
kind of weird.
They're
But
just kind of
it is a
weird.
case of my
It's kind of a vibe that was going on at one point. Everything was just kind of real weird. It was
the
kind of
horn. The
like
devil is like
look at that. Like it was like romance novel covers and Conan
yeah.
and yeah, it was like a whole vibe. It was a whole vibe.
But it's almost creepy to look at now. It's kind of funny. But anyways, this was a part of my little tarot history. I did use this deck a lot back in the day, because I wanted something that felt kind of classic and whatever. So when I saw this somewhere, I was like, I need that just to have as like a memory. So yeah, that's called The Witch's Tarot. There is a bigger book for it that I thought about trying to find. It's out of print, and you can find it if you look for it. But I'm like, I don't think I'm ever going to read with it, so I didn't bother. But it's kind of nice that I have it on my little collector's shelf. But
yeah, I like that.
Yeah. What about you?
For me, I actually had one that was just sent to me, and it's not what I expected, and I'm kind of like, I kind of dig these like weird, quirky vibes. So this is called The Oracle of Rewilding. So this was from what is it? I always say it wrong. Wiser. Red Wheel Wiser. It's a mouthful. I'm like Wiser. But this one's a real quirky vibe, and like I pulled some cards with it the other day, and I've been like playing with it, and so I haven't showed it. I want to say I've showed every other thing for the most part, except for ones that I'm like, I'm not. Yeah, those are not a thing. Which I think I only have like one or two. So, but these are very vintage. So this is Balance. And we're in a very interesting world. Kind of like Victorian Alice vibes, but also, that curious, the one that I don't have it, but you have that curious one.
Curious
with all
creature?
Those animals. Yes.
Yeah.
So these kind of do both of that. Like, it's a very interesting world. It's like really cool.
Is this mass market?
This is mass market. Like, I really dig it. It gives me oh my god, Miss Peregrine's Home for Extraordinary Children or whatever. Like, it gives me that vibe. Because like we have people and we have animals in this world. I don't know if you can see it. Inside that inspiration is a rabbit. I love the look of it. I love the feel of it. It's like those really, I don't know. It's like when they did those actual photos in the Victorian times where they were starting to learn how to meld and make these like weird things appear on the photos. That's what it feels like to me.
This is so interesting to me.
And it's got some really good keywords.
I was just going to say the keyword choices are really good.
Yeah, so I've never shown it. But I recently got it in and I've been playing around with it and kind of like seeing what I thought. And I was like, whoa, I actually really do dig this.
Is the book big?
Yeah. Because like, I was like, is this going to just feel like an animal deck to me? Am I going to be like really disappointed? But it doesn't feel like it at all. It feels like a whole world of its own. So this is the book. It's like a chunker.
I'm so intrigued by this.
It's got what's going on. So in that balance card, the first one I showed, two young men with matching bowler hats are having an argument. A pink flamingo has approached and stands between them, balanced on one leg. And this is for balance. Invite and welcome the unexpected. Keywords: opposites, conflict, emotional expression, tension, transcendence, transformation. It's got a quote. It's got all of this.
That's pretty incredible. I'm Googling
when the card appears, and then like it talks about what's on the card. So like that one talks about the flamingos. What
Oh
this
man, I
color
wish somebody had asked us about this for hot takes.
Oh no.
For real, I wish somebody had, because it's so cool.
It's
oh my God.
really cool. It's got some really cool images. I really dig the aesthetics of this because I really like that kind of molding of or meshing of like the Victorian and the curious. Like it's like I love curiosity vibes, and that's what this brings to me. So
that is really cool.
So I don't know.
That would look good with a few things. I mean, think
Oh,
about putting
yeah.
that next to something like Bohemian Gothic, even, or
Yes.
like I just feel like there's decks that it could just go really well with.
Yeah.
Or like, oh my God, Scarab and Dahlia.
Ooh, that would be really cool. Oh, I'm gonna.
Or like the Quiet Rebel when it comes out, the Quiet Rebel Tarot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's a cool. I'm glad you showed that. Because
yeah. So I was like, oh, this is perfect because I haven't showed it, and I'm really getting excited about it because I've been using it. So I was like, this will be the perfect time.
Heck yeah.
Okay, number 8. A deck with another animal besides a lion in the strength card.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the card, which I could have done beforehand, but I was not that smart. Did you do that? Did you find the card?
I did.
See, you're more prepped than me. Okay, let me find it real quick, and then I'll show. Do you want to show yours first? Actually,
Also mine. Yeah. So I grabbed the Four Worlds Tarot because I
don't know that.
Every once in a while, I forget I even have it, and then I see the bag, and I'm like, oh, I love that deck. And then I take it out, and because I'm like, oh well, I don't use it, so I should get rid of it. And then I realize how much I love it every time I pull it out. But I remembered that we have a dragon on the strength card.
Oh, that's funny. That's really cool. Is this the one I intended to pull for this? I hope so.
You what?
I was trying to remember if this is the deck I intended to pull for this, but I think it is. Okay, the dragon is really cool.
Yeah, I thought the dragon was cool. I love a dragon. Obviously, I think Mystic Masters has a dragon as well.
Mm-hmm.
Might have a thing. I like the dragon.
Because mine
is that a dragon?
This is the Phantasma Tarot by Paulina Fay. And indeed, the strength card is a dragon.
A dragon. I see another theme. Maybe we should find one with not a dragon or a lion.
Yeah, and actually, the one that Witch's Tarot that I showed earlier, I think it was a tiger or a cougar. I think it was a cougar.
Oh, yeah, there was a tiger in that one.
Yeah,
I mean not a tiger. No, it was a lion.
Was it? Oh,
it was a lioness.
Lion. It was a female lion. Yeah.
It was a lioness. Yeah.
But yeah, Phantasma Tarot. I was just playing with this, so it was fresh on my mind. I was playing with it in my Oracle test drive with my members yesterday, and so it was kind of top of mind. But yeah, dragon.
Well, I had my bucket out, and I like the one that I shove underneath my altar. I have this like kind of bucket that I keep some bags in there. And when I looked at it, I was like, wait a second, I know that doesn't have a lion. That's not even of this world.
Yeah, perfect. Good choice.
Okay, up next is a deck that comes in a box in another box.
I don't tend to keep these. I don't know why. I was like,
I had to go and grab my big box specifically so I could show the box in the box because I don't keep it in the box in the box.
I had one recently. I do have one to show, but I had one recently that was the Tarot Landscapes came in a tuck box inside of a box. But I've already rehomed that deck. So, but I realize I have this, which is the Alleyman Tarot, and it comes there's its box inside the box, and it's. I mean, this is about as box in a box as you can get. I think. Technically, my last unicorn did as well. Actually, no, I don't think it did. I'm trying to remember. They do now, I think, but I think mine just was in a bag in a. I'm trying to remember. Anyways. But I don't have the Wild Unknown anymore, and I don't have the other ones.
Oh, the Archetypes is a box in a box. Yeah, the Alchemy is a box in a box as well. Yeah.
And when it used to come out, that one was box in a box.
They're still all way up there, so I still had to climb anyway, so it didn't matter.
What did you grab?
I grabbed Solera Occulto Tarot because it's a box with a box. So it's ginormous. So this is usually way up there.
Yeah.
Because I ain't messing with all that. But, and then we have our little tuck box that comes inside. I understand having the big box with the big book and then the cards inside. But there's been a few that have come like that now, where it's like it's got that and it's got a box inside, so you could take it out the big box and then it's got a box, which I appreciate, because the other ones from like Llewellyn I just put in a bag because they don't have a box. Otherwise I have to keep them in that box. So it's like I get it and appreciate it, but also it's like strange.
Excessive.
But I get it because like book size and stuff. But I don't know. It's like a weird
One thing
phenomenon.
I would say, I kind of almost feel like if there's going to be a box inside of a box, then I feel like the smaller box should be the good sturdy box.
Agreed.
And the larger exterior box can be a little bit less so, and maybe save on some of that packaging expense. But then again, if it's an indie and you're shipping it, you got to think about that.
You got to think about that. Well, not only that,
but
if you get the big box, like that's the big pretty box that you're going to probably put on a shelf and show.
True.
You know, so it's like you kind of want that to be the
collector versus
you're damned if you don't, I guess.
100%. Yep.
Yeah, it's just a thing. I guess when you want to package a deck and a book and they're vastly different sizes, like I guess you just have to compromise on something.
Yeah.
Or you could go like full hog, but I mean, you know.
I mean,
just one of those things.
I do like good packaging, but I mean, for me, it's just like because I hang them, and maybe I won't always hang them. For now, I hang them, but that system could change in the future. Who knows? But yes, who knows?
It's so smart. I love the way you hang your stuff.
Me too.
Okay. A deck that would not appear in your top 10 favorites.
This is a deck I shouldn't even keep, to be honest. But I do because I love it. But I don't use it, so it'll never show up in my top 10 favorites. But it is so beautiful. Like I think part of my attraction to it is I did a mod on it that I really love. Has anybody ever done that? You like really love the mod?
Yeah.
Anyways, this is the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. It is so beautiful, but like I never think about it for some reason. It does not occupy any space inside of my mind palace. I don't know why, but it just doesn't. I forget about it all the time.
It's so good.
Look at the mod I did on it.
That's so nice.
It's like borderless and it's all vintagey and it looks so freaking good. Like this, it looks like a box of old photos. I do love it. If I could think of a good deck to pair it with, for a while I paired it with the original colorway of the Moonchild.
Do you have Hush?
No. Cersei. It's really pretty. I paired it for a while with the Carta Postal, but I didn't home that deck. I paired it for a bit with, what else have I don't have a lot of decks in a vintage style is the problem.
Yeah,
it did look good with the gold version of the Moonchild, but I switched to the shadow version. I still have the gold version. But I switched to the shadow coloration and now it doesn't match as well. The keywords are good, I find.
I find it great.
Oh, gosh darn it.
Matter of fact, it feels like the people-y version of the rewilding that I just got. It's like, it's got those same vibes for me. Yeah.
It would pair well with the Relative Tarot. Don't have that one. Don't have Rosebud. I rehomed that. Well, it's in my Purgatory, I think. What else are y'all throwing out? The Night Wait? Nope, don't have that either. I need a deck to pair. If I could put it in a family again, I think it might get some play. But I guess I could try it with Scarab and Dahlia, but this doesn't feel like Scarab and Dahlia to me.
No, that's not gonna go. It's not the same tones. Those are like the sepia tones. See, like you have to use it with something a little more like set with that. I mean, I have like 30,000 different things that I could pair with that, but thinking about what you have, I don't.
That's the thing. I don't have a ton that pairs with it. So, I mean, I've had it forever. This bag I've had forever, and it's been in this bag forever. No, decks don't have to have a pairing. However, I have noticed with Oracle decks, because I don't tend to reach for them alone very often unless they're very specific in their use, then they do need to have a pairing. So, like certain decks, like
the Antique Anatomy anymore, because it does work really well with that.
No, I do have, though, the Oracle of Oddities, but I don't tend to pair Oracle and Oracle. So I'm in the same boat. And because I have Oracle of Oddities, which has a similar aesthetic, and I love that deck so much, whenever I want something with that sepia tone, I either reach for Oracle of Oddities or my botanical inspirations cards. So this one just gets neglected.
Those are really good too.
Yeah.
I guess
so,
whatever you would pull those two for, you could pull with that. I mean,
I could, but for some
know.
reason, I literally, it's like I forget I have it. I don't know if you have any decks like that. It just never comes into my mind ever.
Yeah.
So it would never show up in a favorites because like I never use it, but like I like it. I like it. It's good.
Well,
but
and I was thinking about that. I'm like, wood deck would never show up on my favorites, but I use all the time. But I don't consider it a favorite of mine. Like that's kind of where my mind went. And that's this. This is the Golden Thread Tarot.
I remember when you got
say this is on my top 10. I would never say that. However, I go back to it time and time again. I use it. It's in my collection. I spend time with it. I really enjoy the process, but it's just one that would never show up on my top 10.
Yeah.
It just would. These are the plastic cards.
Yep. It's so pretty.
So it's like they're really almost impossible to take pictures of. They don't show up well. So it's like this is an in-person me experience. It's just I like it. I love it, but it's not a top 10, but I use it all the time and I dig it, you know? It's just not something that I show often because I don't know. It's just a regular little deck. And it's nice and shiny and fun.
Yeah, I mean, the metallic and the plastic, you could take that to the pool and not worry it's going to get damaged.
You could take it to the pool.
You could.
No, I only ruin decks that are not supposed to be near water. So,
yeah, there you go.
I've had that happen before.
I literally for a while, I had a plastic deck for a bit, and the only reason I wanted one plastic deck was so that I could have a deck to like, I don't know, if I wanted to do readings when I'm having a bath or something. But like I never do that.
Don't do that.
What am I talking about? Yeah.
Oh my god. Never
try Bohemian Gothic. I could try Bohemian Gothic. That's the only one.
Bohemian Gothic would go good. Do you have the Victorian Romantic? I think somebody said that too. Tarot of Aphrodite. You have that one, though,
I have Tarot of Aphrodite, but it's so pink. I've put it next to vintagey things before. It just doesn't work.
I wouldn't get it either.
And I've even put it next to Tarot of Delphi, and it doesn't quite look right there either. So, you know.
Oh, no, I wouldn't think so. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
A deck you associate with the color green.
Color green. It's even in a green bag, which made my life easy. It's in a tree bag, one of Peggy's very rare embroidered bags for the short time she had an embroidery machine. I don't have Dream Keepers, but I love that y'all keep throwing it out there. I don't have Lonely Dreamer either. Keep trying, though. Here is Secret Garden. This is the Secret Garden. What's this called? It's a Secret Garden edition of the Tree Whisper. Tree Whisper, right?
Oh.
Have you not seen this?
I have. This is really, really cool. I just never know what it's called. But I remember this is done in the same way that I had this bug one that I traded for another Hieronymus Bosch tarot. But it kind of did the same thing where it was like a mirror image and it created this like really cool space.
These like faces. Yeah. I mean, it's just all faces and
so cool.
Wise guardians. I love this so much. It's not one I use a ton, but like it is the greenest deck I own by far. It's so beautiful. She recently did a pre-order. I don't know if it's still open for all the versions. Like, look at this one. Oh, sentient.
So cool.
It's hard to describe. When I saw this, I got this more out of curiosity, actually, because so many people seem to have and love it. And then I got it and I was like, oh, I get it now. Okay. Because when you put it on the table, you literally feel like you're seeing like a nature spirit, like a tree spirit. It's so wild. Cool. It's wild.
So when what? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I spotted a witch sister and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
So when I thought about this, I was like, when I say green, what's the first deck that pops into my mind? And this is the first deck that popped into my mind.
Perfect.
I was like, green. And maybe because the backs are green, but like I have a ton, like Wildwood is green. I have so many green decks, but like when I'm like the color green, I would go to this one, even though, I mean, I don't know. I don't find it particularly.
That's such a green deck.
But
it's green because earthy. And
it is. It's earthy. We have plants in every card. So we do have a touch of green. but like it's not overpowering. But like when I think of green, I think of this deck.
Yeah.
I want wallpaper out of these images. Like I just want to create a funky wallpaper. But like I don't know. That was one of those weird things. Like I literally let my intuition go. I was like, okay, when I think of green, and immediately I was like, Will and Warden's is green.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect choice.
So that's how that one hit.
That's perfect. I also thought about the Fairy Tale Tarot Forest one that I'm forgetting the name of. The Llewellyn deck, the Fairy Tale Forest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly.
Where it's like generic fairy tales, but like that's a very green deck. The Secret Garden,
I mean, like
also very green.
You got like Forest Fae.
Oh yeah.
Wildwood, like so many
green decks.
So many greens. I love a good green.
Yeah.
I'm a green girly. Okay, I have a ton of these too, so I kind of just got my pick. Number 12 is a secondhand, pre-loved, pre-owned, or thrifted deck.
Oh, that's easy. I've got a few of those, but this is one that I thought of. The first one of these I think I actually found. No, the first one of these I actually bought secondhand, but this is the Celtic Tarot by Courtney Davis. I have it in a bag in a box. Does that count for the box in a box? Probably not.
Yeah, it's a box in a box.
I got this because it's just freaking beautiful. Number one. This is a pip deck, but it gosh darn it, with me and the nudity today, I gotta just retrain myself. Anyway.
Gotta retrain.
It's really intricate. It's really beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
But it's very pippish. And this is in its box like this because I don't really use it. Again, this is out of print. So I got this. I've collected this. There's some really interesting things in the book, but there's a lot of like, it's really made to be in the style of sort of, I guess you want to say like, I want to say traditional Celtic artwork, but it's meant to be in that style. And
like almost like a medieval kind of Celtic vibe. I don't know. Yeah.
It's so pretty.
It's cool.
But yeah, this one, I ended up having to get 2 copies because I bought a copy from somebody in a tarot trade kind of situation, and it was missing a card. And they're like, oh, well. I'm like, you didn't tell me I was missing a card. So I ended up actually having to send my other one to a thrift store with a note that it's missing a card, even though it was, because it's like, what? So I had to rebuy it, which was really
obnoxious. What card was it missing? Like a pip?
I think it might have been a pip or no, it was the star card. It was the star card, which is why I was so upset about it. Cause I'm like, I'm just collecting it. I guess it's fine. But then I'm like, it's the star card. That's like my birth card. But also
like if it was like a random, like, I don't know, like sword or whatever, like, I don't know if I'd really care if I was just collecting it. But like one of the major arcana or the court cards, I'd be like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is the version with
not tell me in general.
Oh, is there one with really bad cardstock? Yeah, this one's nice. It's kind of snappy, but it's really pretty. And wait till you. I should show you the star because it's so freaking pretty. Yeah, here it is. Oh, dang it! There's boobies. I'll cover it up. Okay, there you go. You can't take in the full beauty, but it's close. But it's really pretty.
Oh, that is really pretty. See, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. But I feel like the Vampire Tarot wasn't thrifted, was it? It might have been, though. I'm trying to remember. But yeah, this one I knew. I was like, well, it's secondhand for sure. But what did you pull for this prompt?
So I pulled the Universal Dolly Tarot. Ooh. So this one was pre-loved and secondhand and from a friend. As you can tell, it is quite old. It's got the cool inner lining.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think Ian sent me this one. But this is just the coolest deck.
That's really cool. I don't know.
Y'all know I love these weird, funky, and I mean, it's Dolly. So it's got that
Dolly vibe. I don't know.
That vibe, right? With like the signatures all on the sides. All his signatures down here. It's just a cool deck, man. It's just so cool.
Trippy.
I'm just all about it. It's like this strange mix of collage and paint, and I don't know. It's just, I'm here for it.
I'm
just
Sean,
here
I know.
for it.
I'm
This
so
is like
this. Good for you.
gross.
I'm trying to keep the art heathenry off of my face, but I can't help it.
I'm showing like Hieronymus Bosch and Dolly, and she's like, I hate it.
And nobody is ever going to take me to like a museum ever. They're gonna be like, I would never fix my face to take Lisa to a museum because she's just gonna be like, I don't get it. Is that art? Ew, what's that? Like,
Ew.
I don't get it.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. And me, I could be lost in a museum for hours, but like, it has to be specific. Like, there's certain art where I'm just like, okay, I'm done with this. But for the most part, I'm all right. I'm cool. I got it.
I know you do.
All right. Yes, he did make it to be a tarot. He did. He made it himself. All right. So cool. So cool. All right. Few more, you guys. A deck in your collection with the most used guidebook. Osho's in, of course.
This is ironic because if any of you read my book, you know that when I first got this deck, I threw this specific book in the garbage, like in the trash can. And I tell that story. I've told that story a bunch. But the Osho Zen was the first tarot deck that I learned how to read tarot with. And so this is my little pocket edition. It's so cute. But anyway, this is my old pocket. My original deck I trimmed. I wish I hadn't because I scissor trimmed it and it'll never feel the same again, which is a bummer. But this one's kind of cute to have. I also have a second copy of a full-size deck in my storage bin. But anyway, I love the Osho Zen. I learned how to read on the Osho Zen. But then later, after I threw the book away, I bought a copy of just the book, actually, and found that, I think, or maybe I found a secondhand. No, I found a secondhand copy of the deck, bought that, and then like read, memorized, reread. Because when I threw this away, I had read the entire thing first. So I'd read it, threw it away. I was like, I don't want to rely on it. I'm going to see if I can just work with intuition in my memory. But I have read this through by now, either because of looking up meanings online and reading them on the website. They used to have like a pull a card thing. But I have read this book probably 100 times cover to cover by now, just in how many times I had referenced it and read it. And these stories and these cards are like baked into my psyche at this point. So I couldn't think of anything else that could possibly fit this category.
For me, I had to think a little bit because I did use the Fairies Oracle. I've read that book over a few times.
Oh, yeah.
But like, I was like, I dip in and out a lot. This one I did too, but like, you could see the wear and tear on it. So I was like, oh, well, obviously I've been in it quite a bit. And that's the Supra.
Oh.
Like, you can see.
Oh.
I've been in here a lot. Because I love these little write-ups. And I love these keywords that are in here. Because you can see, I've used my Supra. She worked.
I don't even remember what this looks like, really.
I love this deck. So it's got really cool keywords, but it's got really great write-ups and really good like keywords that go along with it. Intuition. It's just so gorgeous. I love this style. Obviously, it's very much like the old etchings. And so that's my full aesthetic. And they're slippy and I'm about to lose everything. So I'm going to stop right there. But I use the crap out of this guidebook because it's just like some of the concepts are really interesting within. Like I'm trying to see ones that like we have like demon, sageness, improbability, Deus Ex Machina. So for things like that, I'm like, I don't really know what that means.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the mystic realm. I'm not in the occult realm
Valid.
as much.
Yeah.
So for me, some of those things are very lost on me. I don't know Latin. I don't know much about much. So it was really cool to have, and it like explains what's going on, and you get like 5 keywords. So like this is a really good book, and which is why I dip in it so much, because I love it. It's a beautiful deck, but it also has like a whole thing with it. I just thoroughly enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy it.
That's awesome.
And I feel like I never say the name right. I always say it, and I feel like I'm saying something dirty. Usi?
Supra? Oh,
No.
Usi?
That's the creators are the same ones as Pig in Other Worlds. Usi?
Pig in Other Worlds, yeah. Don't say it multiple times.
We've already had innuendos here. But y'all know what I mean.
Oh, now I get it.
Oh my God, Lisa, where are you? Where are you? Come here with me.
I'm so sorry.
You can get it.
It was way up here, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I get it now. Alrighty then. Okay. I'm here now. A deck with water on the box. This was
water on the box
because I have water on the bag too, so it made it really easy.
Water on the box.
This is my Healing Waves.
Oh yeah.
Water on the box, but also water on the backs of the cards. I love this deck. I have an original that the artist sent me of the King of Pentacles on my wall. But it's so beautiful. I did order the Dreaming Waves, not through Kickstarter because I just kind of missed the boat on it. But the Dreaming Waves Oracle is headed my way soon, I think. I think they were delayed through customs or something.
Is that the same creator?
Yeah.
Oh, how sweet.
So I'll have a matching Oracle, which will be, I think I might use it more with a matching Oracle. I don't use this deck a ton because it does end up being kind of like an animal-y deck a lot, but it is so pretty and sweet. And I just remember the story of how this deck happened and how it came to be. And it just, I don't know. Here's another one. Shark for the Strength.
Oh, there we go.
I could have done double duty, man. Anyway.
You could have.
But I do really like this deck a lot, and she used ocean water to activate her watercolors. I love the axolotl so much. Look at it. She's so great. Anyway, there's some really cute cards. There's a couple cards that have kind of like weird proportions or weird, like, I don't know, like something's happening kind of funky in the artwork. But overall, I really, really love this deck. It's so sweet.
It's pretty.
And it is my favorite, like straight up, like if I want summer vibes, ocean vibes, I do tend to think of this one. So that was an easy.
I want
easy
that
pick.
ocean to feel different than that. I don't know why.
I know.
I don't know. It's a weird thing. Anyway, so this is an unexpected. I'm pretty sure this is water. Because when I thought about it, and I was like, I'm pretty sure this is water.
Okay.
This is the Uncommon Tarot.
And it looks like
water to me. I mean, there is a butterfly in there, but it's water. And it's uncommon. So I'm saying that it's water. It's water.
Valid. That's valid.
And we got watery things on the back.
There you go.
So this is such a great deck.
I've almost bought this a couple of times.
It's a mass market. I like it. I like the collage on it. I really dig the collage.
It is definitely closer to a collage style that I tend to enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta watch the people in these too. But it's like, I like the depth of the colors. Like, they're just really great images. Oh,
there's like high contrast, or like, is that what I'm thinking? High contrast, almost like the contrast has been bumped. Do you know what I mean? Or saturation or something?
Maybe like, yeah, maybe so.
In like a really vibrant way. That's really cool.
They're really cool. And there's a lot of water, you know, represented in this deck as well. So yeah, it's a cool deck. But I was like, wait, I think that has water on the front.
I need to look that one up again. I'm gonna open another tab.
That's a good one.
I flipped through that one when I was at Grandma Michelle's room. I remember that.
Yeah, this is a red wheel Wiser as well.
Yeah.
So that's Wiser.
That's a good one.
Okay. Last one, you guys. Here we go.
Our last one.
a deck with your most favorite card ever and why.
Okay.
Did you do what I did? Go ahead.
Probably not. I did not pull my own deck for this.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it.
I was going to, and then I was like, because I also I filmed another deck tag recently that's going up on my channel soon, and I ended up pulling my stuff like for multiple prompts. I'm like, okay, Lisa, get out of your head. But this was the first one that had individual cards I fell in love with so much that I bought extra merch of those cards. So talking about the Monstero.
Oh, the Monstero.
So my first edition, I fell so in love with it. And one of the first cards I fell in love with, I have actually a special metal card, like a signed metal card it's the Illuminator. And this is from the first edition. There is a similar card in the second edition, but my first edition I used for envelope readings this year, so I didn't pull my first edition to show you the card. So I pulled this literally down from where it's on display. Sorry for the reflectiveness. It's really pretty though. But the Illuminator is literally a card about shining your own light out in the world. It's very much about self-worth, and it's so on point. It is the bonus card from the first edition, and I absolutely love it. And I literally pulled this off my wall. It's just been taped because I'm a heathen on my wall. Not even in a frame or out of its plastic. I really need to I don't do wall decor, y'all. I hang bags on walls, but I don't really do. Danny would literally come into my house and her husband, and they would be alarmed.
Lisa says, I don't do wall decor. I have so much shit on my walls.
I would literally have blank walls if not for random things like this that I just tape on my walls like I'm in high school or college or something. I've never grown up.
But I was that girl. When I tell you my whole room was wallpapered from floor to ceiling, I am not exaggerating. All 4 walls. I had posters at all points in time.
I definitely did posters. But anyway, this is the strength card from that is the same across all the versions of the deck. And this one actually also has some foiling on it. It would be so much prettier if I put it in a freaking frame. But anyways, here it is with its tape on it. But this is probably my favorite version of strength ever. There's something about the wildness of this little creature. It reminds me of a grandparent holding on to a squirming excitable toddler,
and it looks like it's burping.
Yeah, I had noticed that before. Thanks for that. But anyway, no, it's okay. I'm just joking. But here's the thing. This reminds me of exactly what is happening in the strength card, and something about this I think just shows it so clearly, which is that we are sort of providing a loving, safe place for something wild, usually inside of us, that we are creating. And I feel like this is the first card that showed that in a way that immediately clicked for me. And I was like, that is the power of this card. It is that feeling of having that wildness inside and not trying to change it, but accepting it exactly as it is and holding safe space for it. And this, I feel shows that so perfectly. So yeah, I have 2 of my Monstero, and I actually have the Illuminator. I should have pulled it down, but I have this card in a full 8x10 print, and it is actually in a frame, but it's a frame that doesn't mount because it's too thick away from the wall or whatever.
Yeah.
But because that little sticky outy bit in the back. But I have a full size print, so I actually have 2 pieces of merch of this, and I have 1 piece of merch of this, and that's it for Monstero. But I do have quite a bit of Monstero stuff around my house for sure. But that's the deck that has my favorite card for sure. Outside of the ones I've created, because they're all my favorite versions of those cards.
Right. Okay. For me, mine did come from Mystic Masters because
absolutely
I made that with my hands.
You did.
And so for me, I mean, obviously I have a favorite card, and why? Well, I mean, one of them obviously is this one. That's always behind me, which is the 3 of Cups. That's probably one of my favorites. But my ultimate favorite was the one that I had the most fun making. And when I saw the image, I fell in love. When I put the watercolors on the images, I was like, fuck yeah. When I put all the texture, I was like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. It was one of those, where it's I've gone through so many of them where I'm just like, this is shit. I hate everything.
Yeah.
I am the worst ever in life. And then you have those that you're like, I don't care what anybody else thinks. I freaking love this shit.
Yeah.
And that's my Ace of Wands. I mean, my Ace of Cups.
It is perfection. It is so good.
I loved everything about it. Because when I saw the picture, I'm like, that is the kind of fountain where like I want to stand in front of one day and just like have trouble catching your breath. Like it's that kind of Ace of Cups moment where like
Yes.
you are so full, you can barely take a breath. You know, just like having that whole like vibe, you know, and of course it's got that vintage vibe. We're in like 1700s, 1600s era, you know, all the colors, all the textures, all the feel, the fun that I had creating this specific, like I remember this specific image. I remember the creation of it. And so there's just something about it where it's like, there's nothing spectacular about it. It was just the process and how it felt when it was done. It was just one of my favorites. So that's what I chose.
That's a perfect choice. That is a perfect choice. If I had to pick a favorite card out of UJT,
yes,
it would probably be the 9. Well, would it be the 9 of Cups?
That's a good one.
It actually might be the 10 of Pentacles, because I love that feeling of like home and found family and like really being grounded. Yeah, I'd probably pick the 10 of Pentacles for that reason. But I love so many of those cards. I love the empowerment in the Tower. I love the Star. I love the moment Mystic steps through the Judgment Portal. Oh God, I love so many of them. But like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's hard for me to pick a favorite of my children. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
How do you
I
pick
know.
your favorite child? You don't. You don't.
I mean, you know, I love the possum in your hand.
Yes.
So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you guys, we did it. We totally did it. That is all 15 questions.
Prompts. 30 decks shown, 15 prompts, and only a few random derails. We did great.
We did really good. We managed to do this thing. Hour and a half, man. We got it.
We did it. Thank you so much, Feeding My Soul, for the tag. This was such a fun one to do.
Oh, this was so great. I loved the questions. Listen, next time you do another one, you holler, you put that little tag. We'll come and see it. This was so much fun to do. Yeah, thank you guys for joining us as usual. Thank you for chatting. I know everything went by so fast. I feel like I didn't even get to read the chat. I'm going to come back in and reread later on. But like, thank you guys for joining us today. We linked Feeding My Soul 1212. All that stuff is linked down below. We got the prompts down below. Let us know if you guys are doing a VR, or put your answers to these in the comments down below as well. That was absolutely fun to hang out with everyone, and we will all see you very soon.
We'll see you later, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.